Dr.B.S.MURTHY, IIT Hyderabad Director, Chala Academician, simple, humble, noble man, best brand, Dr.B.S.MURTHY.
Good morning, everyone. Today is a very, very auspicious day that we are remembering a great gentleman, Abdul Kalam, man who is known to be the missile man of India. India has really demonstrated that it is one with the great nations on par with any one of the great nations in this particular field called missiles. In fact, I would say three specific areas where India has demonstrated that it is one of the best, and possibly in certain aspects better than some of them. One is the space technology. All of you are aware. We are now launching vehicles of some other countries into the space, which very few countries in this world can do it. And also talking about mission to moon, mission to Mars. In fact, the mission to Mars, people say it is one of the lowest cost missions anybody has ever thought about, and executed in a very short span. That's the beauty of India, when youngsters like all of you can start thinking high. Anything of that nature is possible. Second is the missile technologies. Now we have great people like RCIH director sitting here, which is an organization started by Abdul Kalam, and the gentleman who leads BrahMos, one of the wonderful, finest examples of our missiles, are sitting in front of you, and they will speak to you about what is the greatness that India possesses in terms of the missile technologies. And the third area is what is called the atomic energy. Again, a dream of great people, Vikram Sarabhai, Baba, Homi Bhabha, and people like them, which has made India proud with variety of technologies that have come out of India. And it is one country where till now not even a small accident related to atomic energy has ever happened. And we keep hearing various atomic energy plants having some accidents. This has never happened in India. This is again another great asset to India. And if you compare all these three, one thing that is common is this: all these three are technologies which are denied to India. Nobody transfers any technology in any one of these three fields, whether it is space or missile or atomic energy. And we have demonstrated that we can do great with our own indigenous efforts. And that's the beauty of India. But unfortunately, we don't translate that in every other field. Most of the things, including the cars to a large extent, we all import. Aero engines, we import. And any other technologies that you talk about. I'm a material scientist. We use a lot of microscopes. Microscopes, even to the extent of I have established one microscope. Just a week back we have ordered another microscope which costs about 30 crores, where you can actually see atoms in 3D. And that's the beauty of that microscope. Again, we import that. The reason is we have not tried to inculcate the sense of inspiring our young students to do a lot of instrumentation and doing it themselves. Somehow, I think possibly a little bit of not so, I would say, richness that most of the middle class families have. Most of our parents, I remember my father never used to allow me to even touch the transistor. He used to think that I will spoil it. And if I spoil it, it is going to be more expensive for him to buy one more. And this is something that has gone into us to an extent that we don't actually play with things as a young child. Play with instruments, or play with components, or play with materials to bring out great things. And that's something I strongly believe is important for all of you to start being innovative and going out of box and start thinking that we can do great things. And once you start indulging into activities where you bring the innovative mind of yours out, you will see great things happen. I can give you one small example. At IIT Hyderabad, in the last 4 years, we have more than 125 startups which have created more than 1,000 jobs and created a revenue of more than 800 crores. All students, please remember. These are all our students. And how do I do that? At IIT Hyderabad, we have something called build projects. Bold and unique ideas leading to development is what we call it as. Where twice a year, January and July, we call for proposals from our students. Even a first semester BTech student can submit a proposal. And if we find it to be good, we start with a 1 lakh rupee as a support and provide a mentor and provide even a space. We have now built a space called a TIP, Technology Innovation Park, with about 1.5 lakh square foot area. Give space, give all the facilities, and see that they come up with great ideas. And if a student says, sir, my coursework is becoming a hurdle for me to pursue my dream project, this is my dream. We say, we give you a semester break with 6 credits to it. A first semester BTech student at IIT Hyderabad can take a semester break and work on his or her dream project. And this is possible. And I think everyone can do it. Every institute can do it. If one institute can do it, any other institute can do it. This is essential. And if we can provide a support, all of you, as Naresh has said, you are all great. And you can definitely bring a great change in India and make the Atmanirbhar Bharat a reality very, very soon. And this is something which we strongly believe at IIT Hyderabad. So we have just called for proposals from all engineering or any degree holding students. Students who are pursuing degree right now, or students who have just completed their degree 1 year back or so. These are all student-driven projects. We have called for proposals, and we will identify 75 of them. 75 years of independence we want to celebrate, and bring those 75 to IIT, provide them space, provide them funding, provide them mentorship. And if we see that there is some good outcome coming out of it, connect them to the industry, connect them to the VCs. And this is something we have taken the responsibility, and we are very keen that some of you possibly will come and spend time at IIT Hyderabad and get inspired by the kind of faculty that they are, and who would be able to help you to nurture your ideas to something which is fruitful to the country. India should not only be Atmanirbhar, but should be a leader. And that only all of you can do it. And I'm very confident that this is possible. And even to support institutions, some of you might have heard, there is something called PSA, Principal Scientific Advisor to Government of India. They have recently launched something called iSTEM portal. This iSTEM portal is a portal where any institute can put their facilities on that portal, which can be open to anybody in the country to use them. IIT Hyderabad has put 480 equipment that we have on this portal. Possibly the only institution to have done to that level, because we believe everything that we have belongs to the whole country. And we also believe if I grow, everybody around me should grow. Otherwise, it is not a true growth. This is something I request all of you youngsters to remember. One of the Gandhi's very famous statements is, the destination, while is important, the path to destination is equally important. How do you move towards your destination? Whatever goal you have. How many of you have read any books of Abdul Kalam? Can somebody quote a book? Sir, not the front rows. Only students I am asking, not the faculty. Yes, friend, the green shirt. Wings of Fire. Anything else? Anybody here? Yes, somebody at the back. Ignited Minds. Ignited Minds is a book which is actually written to even school children. This is one book that I give to so many school children whenever I go to small schools. And in that book, he writes, everybody should dream, and dream should be as colorful as possible. He says, if you don't have a dream, it's a sin not to have dreams. Please sit down, friend. It's important to have dreams. And it's like playing a football in a football ground. If you don't have a goal post, you don't know where to hit the ball. To have a goal post is very important. In fact, quite a number of students who come to IIT, they say their goal is to come to IIT. And many times when they come to IIT, they say my goal is fulfilled. There is no more. I always used to tell them, IIT should be a means to a goal, and IIT cannot be a goal. It should be a means. The education that you learn, that you gain at IIT should lead you to a great goal. And it's important, friends, all of you sitting here, if you don't have a goal, ask yourself 20 years down the line, what I want to be. If this is not clear to you, get that clarity as early as possible. If you don't have that clarity, you don't know where to hit the ball. It's equivalent to not having a goal post in your football ground. Very, very important. When I was of your age, I was very clear that I wanted to be a teacher and a researcher. I did not even attend one campus interview. We are all talking about placements now. I would like to see a day where there are no placement cells in all IITs. You may be surprised. What is this guy talking about? I would like to see that we train you enough to be capable of getting whatever is available. Whatever is a great dream that you have, you should be able to pursue that. We should be able to convert every placement cell into a counseling cell where we will be able to tell what are all the opportunities that are waiting for you. Pursue them with passion. If you don't have passion, you will not be able to become a leader. One of the essential criteria for becoming a leader is passion and believing in yourself. This is very, very important, friends. I give you a small anecdote. There is a field in material science which is called crystallography, where there is a great gentleman by name Dan Shetman. He discovered a new type of crystals called quasi-crystals. 1982 for the first time. 84 he was able to publish his first paper. Though his own group leader telling him, you are bringing disgrace to our group by talking about something nonsense. Please leave my group. And 2011 he got a Nobel Prize because he didn't leave what he believed in. And I'll give you a small example from India. He published his paper in 1984. In 1978, a similar paper was published from Banaras Hindu University. Again, the same ridicule the students who wrote that paper also faced. Nobody believed in that. Because it is very difficult to believe something new. Okay? And these people in India, if your guide or guru tells you something, you start accepting it. You don't question your guru. This is one of our problems. And as a result, we have lost a Nobel Prize because they didn't pursue this further. This is something, a lesson that I think all of you today should learn. To believe in yourself when anybody around you even ridicules what you are trying to do. Provided you think what you are doing is the right thing. And this is very important. Believing in yourself. And the last, but not the least, is doing something for the rest of the people around you. If you grow, as I told you in the beginning, everybody around you should grow. If not, this is not a true growth. It is like cancer. Cancer is also a growth. Nobody wants to have cancer. So please remember how many people around you you have transformed while you have transformed yourself is a measure of your growth. Naresh is doing great thing of trying to transform a large section of rural population. I really admire him. And this is something, if I would like to see all of you doing this. IIT in its own small way, we have adopted about 5 villages around IIT Hyderabad. And we started teaching them. I just asked my student, can you spare 1 hour per week for the rest of the world? While the rest of the time is all yours. I had a large number of volunteers who came forward. We said, let us teach to these students in these schools. 5 schools we started with, put LCD projectors there, a computer there, a screen there, Wi-Fi facility. And we said, when the school is finishing at 4 o'clock, we requested the principal, can you give 1 more hour to us? We will teach them physics, maths, chemistry, biology to 10th grade students so that their fundamentals becomes very strong. We have faculty whom I believe are one of the best in the country and in the world. And when they start teaching them, and I'm sure their fundamentals grow, and so that their aspirations grow. If the aspirations are not there, if dreams are not there, we are just followers. We will never become leaders. And I would like to see every one of you become a leader in your own way. I always tell to my students, you should choose a profession where you don't wait for a Saturday, Sunday. Today is a Saturday, I'm standing in front of you. Okay? And whatever time it is, whether it is midnight, if you enjoy what you do, the best out of you automatically comes out when you enjoy, when you like what you do. Please choose what you like and then be a great personality like the gentleman to whom we have garlanded today. And every one of you have that seed inside you, the divine seed inside you, which is capable of making you a great personality. A place where nobody around him can imagine that somebody can grow to such kind of a level. And he demonstrated that. So every one of you, irrespective of whatever small space you come from. I started my life with a diploma in a polytechnic in Vijayawada. I never thought those days that I can ever enter into an IIT, leave alone becoming a director of an IIT. And it has happened. And just because I believed that we can do great things. So with that, thank you very much, friends, for this opportunity. Do believe in yourself, and I'm sure one day you will stand here and talk to the rest of the world. Thank you very much.